Hello 11th grader of SMPK 8 Penabur Tanjung Duren. It's nice to meet you again. I'm so sorry that I could not attend several classes for this week. I'm making this video to help you to catch up with the material, and especially this material will be included in our next test. In this video, we are going to discuss about using the normal distribution to approximate the binomial distribution. Let us start by reviewing a little bit about binomial distribution. So suppose that I have x that follow binomial distribution with n equals 10 and probability of success is 0.75. Now find probability x is equal to 4. So out of 10 trials we have 4 successes. So we are using the binomial distribution formula that when Px equals R, the formula is NCR times P to the power of R times Q to the power N minus R. Q is probability of failures. So if you are asked to find probability X equals 4, the answer will be 10C4 times 0.75 to the power of 4 times 0.25 to the power of 6. The answer is 0.0162. And then part B, find probability x greater than or equal to 8. X greater than or equal to 8 can be x equals 8 or x equals 9 or x equals 10. So using the same formula here, we can calculate the probability one by one and then total the result. The answer for this question is 0.526. Now, what if now I change the n with a large number? For example, x follow binomial distribution with n is 50 and probability of success is 0.75. And then you are asked to find what is probability x less than or equal to 40. If we do the same method as what we did in the previous example, the calculation tends to be very long because you need to calculate from x0, x equals 1, 2 up to 40. And it's gonna be very time consuming. The solution to this problem would be using the normal distribution to approximate the binomial distribution. So if we have x that follow binomial distribution in which n is large, we can approximate using normal distribution. Here the binomial distribution have parameter n and p. N is the number of fixed trial, p is the probability of success. In normal distribution, the parameters are mu and sigma square. So you need to check first whether the n is large enough so that we can use the approximation. The simple method to check whether or not we can use approximation, just check the value of n times p. If it is bigger than 5 and also n times q, if both values bigger than 5, then we can use normal distribution to approximate binomial distribution. Now, how to change the parameter in binomial to parameters in normal distribution? So we know that in binomial distribution, the mean is n times p. So the mu here can be found by using this formula. Mu is equal to n times p. And then the variance, we also have studied before that the variance in binomial distribution can be found using n times p times 1 minus p. 1 minus p is the same as q, while the standard deviation is square root of variance. And then don't forget to apply correction when you use normal distribution to approximate binomial distribution. The reason for this correction is that binomial distribution is a discrete variable, while normal distribution has a continuous variable. The correction here is whether you add or you subtract with 0.5. The explanation on when you add and when you subtract with 0.5 will be explained using diagram. Let's see this example. The discrete random variable x has a binomial distribution with n equals 50 and p equals 0.75. Determine by using a suitable approximation the following probabilities. So first, we want to approximate binomial using normal distribution. So we need to change the parameter in binomial into the parameters in normal. So first find the value of mu, n times p equals 50 times 0.75, it's equal to 37.5. And then we find the variance using formula n times p times q. The answer is 9.375. So the binomial distribution with n50 and probability of success 0.75 can be approximated using normal distribution with mu 37.5 and variance 9.375. So question for part A, we are asked to find probability x less than or equal to 40. So less than or equal to 40 means that we include the 40. Let's draw the diagram first. This is the diagram. 40 is approximately here, and this one is the bar for x equals 40. And remember that we include x equals 40. So that's why in this diagram I also shade the rectangle here, the rectangle for 40. So I shade until this part. So in order to calculate the value of z, we need to apply the correction. The correction can be plus or minus 0.5. The value here, the one that I circle, is more likely to be 40.5. So we add 0.5 from 40. So the value of Z will be 40.5 minus the mean divided by the standard deviation, which is square root of variance. So it will be the same as probability Z less than or equal to 0.980. It's equal to 0.8365. Now what about the question like in part B? In part B, we are asked to find probability X less than 40. So the 40 here, this time the 40 is not included. So we are using the same diagram, but since the 40 is not included, the rectangle is not shaded. So the shaded area only until this. So since the middle one is 40, this value is more likely to be 39.5, which is found from subtracting 0.5 from 40. So in order to find the value of Z, instead of using 40, we are using 39.5. So because we need to apply the correction. So Z is 39.5 minus 37.5 divided by square root of 9.375. So its probability Z less than 0.653. And we use the table, the answer is 0.7432. Now we continue to part C. In part C, we are asked to find probability X greater than or equal to 40. Again, 40 here is included. So use the same diagram, shade the right part of the region, and the rectangle is shaded. So the value of X that we are using here is 39.5. It's because the rectangle is shaded. So instead of using 40, we use 39.5 according to this diagram. So probability X greater than or equal to 40 is the same as probability Z greater than or equal to 39.5 minus 37.5 divided by the standard deviation. So PZ greater than or equal to 0.653. The table gives you the value of this area, but we want to find the proportion of this area. So 1 minus probability Z less than 0.653. The answer is 0.2568. And now, if the question asks you to find probability X greater than 40, do not shade the rectangle because 40 is not included. This time, we use 40 plus 0.5, which is equal to 40.5. So probability X greater than 40 is equal to probability X greater than 40.5 minus mu divided by standard deviation is equal to probability Z greater than 0.980. It's equal to 1 minus probability Z less than 0.980. The answer is 0.1635. And what if the question asks you to find probability X is equal to 40? Actually, without approximation, we can easily find probability X equals 40 using the formula in binomial distribution. But the question asks us to use the approximation of normal distribution. So in this case, Px equals 14. If Px equals 40, we shade the rectangle only. So the value of x is from 39.5 up to 40.5. So change the x value 39.5 and 40.5 into z value. So it's equal to probability 0.653 less than z less than 0.980. It's equal to phi 0.980 minus phi 0.653. We found the value already from the previous answer. It is 0.8365 minus 0.7432. The answer is 0.0933. Now let's try to answer one word problem related with approximation of normal distribution. Let's read the question together. 108 people took a test for which the probability of passing is 0.88. Let x be the number of people who passed the test. Using the normal distribution to approximate the binomial distribution, determine the probability Px less than 100. So x follow the binomial distribution with n 108 and probability of success 0.88. We can use normal distribution to approximate binomial distribution. So first find the mu using n times p. So 108 times 0.88 and sigma square is 11.4. The formula is n times p times q. So x is normally distributed with mean 95.04 and variance 11.4. The question asks to find probability x less than 100. So this is the diagram. Since we don't have equal sign here, 100 is not included. The rectangle is not shaded. So the value of x after being corrected is 99.5. We subtract 0.5 from 100. So the value of z will be 99.5 minus 95.04 divided by square root of 11.4. The answer is probability z less than 1.32, and from the table we can find that the probability is 0.9066. So students, we have discussed the topic on how to use normal distribution to approximate the binomial distribution. I hope this video can help you in preparing for our next test. Good luck everyone.